Staying with China, and the boss of Uber has told the BBC that tariffs on Chinese-built EVs are delaying its plans to have more electric vehicles in its fleet. Well, both the European Union and the United States have imposed heavy taxes on the import of Chinese EVs because of fears they're flooding the market with vehicles whose production is subsidised by the Chinese government. Uber's chief executive, Dara Khosrowshahi, spoke to our business editor, Simon Jack.
I think cheap Chinese vehicles are a good thing for the environment. And I would tell you that China is transitioning from not just being cheap, but also being high quality as well. And for us, we want to electrify our fleet, and we want to make sure that it is affordable for our drivers to switch over to EVs. Now, the political considerations of tariffs, et cetera, are not something that we can comment on, et cetera, but our focus is on the environment. And we think Chinese vehicles that are low cost, that are high quality, could be a very important part of the switch over to EVs.
Do you have a view on tariffs? Good thing, bad thing?
I don't have a view on tariffs.
Okay, but they make these cheap cars and these high quality cars more expensive in some of your key markets. By what you've said so far, it would follow you think that's a bad thing?
I think if I'm taking a pure climate view, it would be a negative, just being honest.
Are we just at a moment of revolution and disruption, and that in all of these cases where you have disruption, you have some people, some legacy players who don't make it, and are we at that moment right now?
Listen, that's a definition of disruption, right? Every revolution, changeover in platform usually starts with a huge amount of momentum, and then you've got to keep pushing. It'll go through a period of difficulty, which I do think we are in EVs, and you've got to keep pushing through. And the fact is that change can affect some players negatively, but this is a change in the name of climate and emissions, and I believe we have to keep pushing forward.
What do you say to the consumer, the Uber consumer? You're saying that you should be able to have a preference for an EV vehicle. Are you telling consumers, just be a bit more patient and wait for an EV?
Well, we're setting actually a new product that we are offering for riders is for them to set an EV preference, but we will only dispatch an EV if the difference between the dispatch is only a couple of minutes. So we're not saying, hey, wait 15 minutes, but if you have to wait another 2-3 minutes to help the environment, why not make that investment in terms of your own time?
So be more patient to help the environment.
A couple of minutes isn't going to kill anyone.